No, no.
That I can't be on record.
So Steve said that can't be on record.
All
right, ladies and gentlemen.
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
You gotta get your mom on the phone and see, make sure she can hear us, dude.
We got tapioca,
Thai mocha.
Thai coffee.
Tapioca.
We'll throw a little plug right here, ladies and gentlemen. A little plug right here in the beginning of the show. Thai Mocha is the new sponsor. They don't pay any money for us, but they gave us coffee this morning. They brewed it. They sold us. They sold us coffee.
Sold us coffee.
That is correct. But they did brew a fresh pot, is what you're
Yes,
saying.
they did.
And we
Every time I
know
go somewhere, they gotta sit there and brew it.
we know when Steve gets a fresh pot.
It's actually a nice.
He's gonna be
little,
He was on
Steve's
time.
gonna be, ladies and gentlemen. Steve's gonna be late today. He's
Getting.
we have an
fresh
avatar in for him.
pot.
So
Hold on, where's the Zoom?
down. That'll help.
No.
No, it's down. Zoom is these guys. Slow zoom or fast zoom? That's slow zoom. That's fast zoom.
Amateurs.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't touch it.
But first of all, he was in here the other day.
No, I wasn't.
You didn't come in over the weekend?
I came by to see if you were here. You were.
This is a pretty cool.
It is.
Oh,
It's a pretty cool logo for Thai Mocha Coffee here
Where are
in
you?
Montville, New Jersey.
When you're on the
over
other
a little
side. Move over.
God, this is not easy. It doesn't focus automatically. Deep.
You gotta get better.
Gotta get deep in here.
It looks like a Cleopatra type figure picking a fruit off the tree.
Egyptian.
Oh no. Are the Greeks okay with that?
Oh yeah. Cleopatra was clearly Greek.
Okay.
Clearly
Yeah,
Greek.
Clearly Greek.
The funny thing is, of course, I had all the cameras set up perfectly. I had no idea that Steve was going to do this. But as you very well know, that camera 1 and camera 2 are now tied to the same remote. So let's see what camera 3 is. Sorry, camera 1 looks like. Oh, it's not bad. You didn't mess it up too much. You can still see us. There you go.
Good thing you
And
got
then this
the
is
eye-
hey, look at that one. That one's
I like
perfect.
that
Got a
one.
lot of light on that one.
That's
There.
my eyebrows.
Yeah,
My
we'll get
eyebrows
into it
done.
there.
Which camera was that?
That was camera 3
What was that one?
right there. Camera 1. Boom. Look how good I am at this now. Camera 2. Bang. Woo.
Nice.
I'm on fire.
Had my eyebrows done on Friday.
Oh,
so
my
looking good.
Those
You got
eyebrows.
threaded.
I got waxed this time. I bounce back
Oh.
and forth. If I need a shaping, I get threaded. But if I just need a basic cleanup, I get waxed.
I went to get a haircut last week and I saw the guy threading eyebrows. This is the guy that usually sticks the wax up in the nose and
Yeah,
the ears.
yeah.
That was the first time I had it. I know you. I was thinking about it and I'm
Yeah.
like, I wasn't a fan. The nose is okay. The ears,
Yeah.
that one like itched and burned for a while.
Just-
I'm like, I don't know if that
just
one
feel
was
like
necessary.
now you have no protection and like little bugs and
Yeah.
stuff are getting in.
Well, how about here? I mean, there's no protection here.
yeah, this is like the hairs
Ah.
protect from the inside of your body.
Right.
Yeah. That's why.
This is cilia versus hair.
So I was there. I
Got
got
it.
it done once too, and then I was just uncomfortable for like a week. I felt exposed and sensitive,
Oh.
and then I got nervous and
Were you weepy at all?
I was weepy too.
It's okay.
So I just stuck some of my pubic hair in there to cover it up.
Yeah, we don't need pubic hair. What do we need pubic hair for?
Same thing.
It's like before the invention of underwear. And what is
Yeah.
the point of underwear?
I don't know, hold your junk in. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
man,
bounce
keep
What does
around.
it do for
bouncing
girls?
around. Go commando.
Let's go for girls.
I mean, bras I get, but the underwear? What, is it just to protect from the pants? The rubbing?
Traps the.
It's to look
Traps-
good, man.
I guess.
Is this not the topic we want to
No.
discuss this morning?
I
Did you guys not think about this in the car or what?
No, I don't know.
I think that's all I think about.
right. That's all I thought. From the minute I wake up, that's all I think about. Yeah. It's basically. So
Alright.
I was thinking. So my thought, and it doesn't happen. It's nothing. This is not a. I use the word UAC as generalization.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but we have
An organization.
but we have a blessing to have in the Northeast like a lot of really great, high level, fun chiropractors around.
Yeah.
That I don't know. It doesn't. I just thought maybe if like what we could do something where Northeast type thing where we
Yeah.
all get together and we have the Sahuri and we have all these other chiropractors that are really doing
Are we going all the way up to Boston? We're allowing those guys?
I mean, the
Martoni?
Northeast doesn't matter to me, and it doesn't have to be UAC people. I was just
Yeah,
thinking of
mhm.
something to do like to the Northeast type of fun type of event-ish, chiropractic-ish thing that
Right.
I don't know. It was just something to think about. Get a group of people together once a quarter for
No, I think it's
Like
a good idea.
informal?
informal, formal.
Informal, formal.
like with a game plan, but could have an event tied to it, or just a meeting of the minds, or a round table. I don't know. I was just thinking of something. There's a lot of really good information and people out there. I was just trying to think of something to keep people happy.
Look,
They're lonely.
How could I be happy?
that's the thing.
Look
right?
at this guy. Do you think this guy can be happy?
Yeah, you have good, you have really good information.
No. Look, the three of us represent wings of the profession that are very diverse. You don't really see guys like us getting together on a regular basis and hanging out and talking business and talking shop, so to speak. Not just business, but even from a clinical standpoint, right?
Yeah.
You're the family wellness, self-pay. I'm not playing that insurance game bullshit practice. And we got all of
The guy that's playing the insurance bullshit game,
The other guy.
practice
we
over
got
here.
the guy who's got all the equipment that people can use for not only chiropractic care, but supporting chiropractic with rehab and making sure that people who do need medical care get it in a way that's consistent with
Just actual care, extraordinary medical care, not the new age private equity mill of the run.
Right.
I was with my family last night for Rosh Hashanah. Happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Turn up.
I was talking to
Shana Tova.
my sister's husband's mother is in such bad shape for so long. She's out in Long Island. She wouldn't even dare come all the way over here, and she cannot walk. And it started as like this orthopedic limp where it was just so horrible, and now it looks neurological. It looks like she's got like an ataxic type of I'm like, I think there's something going on in your brain.
a wide base gate.
She's got this whole like side to side, boom. I'm like, that doesn't seem orthopedic, and just orthopedic.
It's more like an ataxic.
And she gave up on medicine, and I'm like, this is the woman. She was arguing with me last night we were talking about functional medicine. She was talking about cholesterol, and she goes, she had it since she was a baby. This, that, the other thing. She goes, it's just hereditary. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm like, yes, there is. And you're talking to somebody who said the same thing just a little bit over a year and a half ago.
How old is she?
She's got to be 80s,
okay.
mid 80s.
No other medical diagnosis that you're aware of?
Not aware of, no.
Yeah, I mean, she's got an ataxic gait or some kind of neurological gait. I mean, you'd want to know what that is.
Yeah.
In your 80s, we're all neurodegenerating. It's just how fast are you?
But this started as an orthopedic complaint, and supposedly the doctors that she went to, and of course she went to the best doctors. Everybody does.
Yeah, they all.
And there's nothing they can do. Sorry, ma'am, there's nothing we can do for you. And then she went to physical therapy, and they're like, sorry, ma'am, there's nothing we can do for you. How can there be nothing? They could what about a joint replacement? Is it a hip issue? A joint replacement could be, that type of thing. So
maybe it's like an early onset, like Parkinson's.
How about a diagnosis? How about
right.
just kind of figure it out?
Yeah. How about what is the diagnosis?
How
Do we
about
have
figure it out?
imaging?
Right.
Did you do any and I said at this point, I'm like, you got to go see a neurologist. Oh, I saw a neurologist. I'm not seeing any more doctors. And I'm like, this isn't my own extended family, but family. And I'm like, it's just ridiculous because obviously
it's not my own extended family, but it is family.
Yeah.
Not the family I care so much
Right,
about.
yeah. But and this is in New York.
Yeah.
Literally, you have access to some of the best healthcare in the world.
Well, she does, obviously.
And
She's got the best.
Yeah, so she's been told. Yet it's now been. I'm talking about now. It's 5 years.
Mhm.
5 years it's developed into this, and as you said, no diagnosis, no nothing. She hasn't. I don't think she sent me any imaging or anything. Like just at the very basic. Can I get an X-ray? Can I take a look? It looked like a hip thing. I don't know. So, but that was a long story to tell. That healthcare sucks these days, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I'm like, how long were you with the doctor for? She goes, well, the nurse came in for, maybe 10, 15 minutes, asked me questions. And I'm like, how long were you with the doctor for? She goes, I don't know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Well,
That's it. That's a
okay,
medical doctor.
So the one thing I think we all have in common is the answer for everyone is don't get sick.
Don't get sick.
Right.
Don't get sick. And be great at delivering a service that helps people not get sick.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's it. For me, with looking at blood chemistry and metabolic health, for you looking at it from an orthopedic standpoint, for you looking at structural integrity of the nervous system at the spinal level and making sure that people have proper positioning, and that's it. And insurance really, can't pay for that.
Right.
You
And
know,
that's where the education comes in.
right.
Well, the other thing we were talking about last night was the fact that, at least here in the Northeast, the most recent insurance increases were just under 20 on average, I think 20% or something like that. And there was only one reason this year. One reason. What was the one reason for the major insurance increase?
Mean people
Paying
paying.
more for premiums.
That's correct. Yeah, increase
Oh.
in insurance premiums. What, there was
And how much of a raise did you guys get?
I haven't gotten mine yet. Or wait, no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, how much insurance reimbursement?
Oh
rate
no, I
did you
got
get?
we got a reduction.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
The
I'm
premiums
serious.
went up
Yeah,
20%.
We got a reduction.
and you guys went down, and
Yeah.
your rent goes.
My
every
utilities
year.
goes up. All my salaries of all my employees
I
go
love it.
up. All the products that I have to buy, those
Get
go up.
out of the insurance.
But
game.
there was literally one single
Right.
reason that, like, I mean, it's now like almost public knowledge, and it was Ozempic.
Nice.
One, well, Wegovy, Ozempic, this, that, the other. It
So
was
wait a
these
minute,
drugs
wait a
that have
minute.
caused the drive, and that's okay.
explain
Insurance
the,
companies will pay for
explain
that.
the economics of that. So what you're saying is because insurance companies are paying for this,
Because every
weight loss and
single
diabetes.
person you know is
right,
on this.
50%.
What medication were they able to get that many people on? that you
How
know
much
to
does
say-
it cost?
And that I
It's
don't
like
know.
whatever. Let's just say $1,000 a person.
A month?
Yeah, I think it is actually.
per month.
Yeah.
But the reason they're paying for it is because it's supposed to save on heart disease and joint replacements and all of the things that it's supposed to,
Yeah.
So why are their premiums going up?
Right. Shouldn't
when
they be
should
going down?
They should be
Yeah,
getting.
we just
should be
did. Yeah,
getting-
okay. We're going to pay a short-term increase for a long-term, very significant decrease in healthcare
do
costs.
you think they're actually going to drop the premiums?
Never.
Just like after,
Ever.
yeah, right.
Ever.
Remember when gasoline went up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your airplane tickets went from $150 to $500, and they have never come back down. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think everybody has the same argument. If you all are listening, you guys can chime in if you want.
Yeah.
So the argument is,
Mom.
especially
Mom
with
listening?
Medicare, again,
We're on.
Yeah, we're
with
good.
Medicare, think about it. You're talking about gazillions and of dollars that apparently the system is already broke. Once they give the green light for paying for this stuff, they're supposed to be saving on everything else. So that should save us money from an economic standpoint. That should save us money. I just don't think I don't think that's going to be the case.
No,
No.
of course not.
I just look at it as what a unbelievable trick that, in the past, in order for us to give them Lipitor, they had to have high cholesterol. And in order for us to give them this, they had to have this. They had to have specific objective criteria. And then we can give them this medication. Now we have a medication we can give to everyone.
It's so good. I
Everyone.
love it.
They pulled it off.
Yeah.
They pulled it
So
off.
How do we get into that business?
Right. Are you guys hiring?
Right.
Do your we can do your media if you'd like. Let's go. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
have enough
amazing.
money. So I definitely lost Ozempic as a sponsor. So I apologize, guys.
That's good.
Well, I haven't said anything bad about them yet.
Who gives a fuck about that? I did. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It goes to the conversation last week. We're not talking to 80% of the people out there.
No.
The people who want our message is at best 6 to 9% of the population.
Yep.
I'm just making that number up.
I like it.
That's about right.
Yeah.
It sounded good.
Probably
Felt
right.
good.
I feel like I'm alone out there anyway.
Are you?
Yes,
You
I'm
are.
lonely.
There's a reason why you feel that way. You're
I feel
definitely alone.
lonely. I feel lonely.
We're I feel
What
bad.
if, and this is my other what ifs, we could take, really, what if we could take what you know and what I know and put them together into an office that has
all knowing?
just a crisis care beginning with a wellness care ending,
Mhm.
and we can help people get out of pain, but also educate them on how to change their lives. And we get your are somewhere in the middle of the road, and we work together, and we make an office that utilizes your knowledge of this
Acute
media
care and-
stuff,
yep.
and then I spend time training the team, the staff, and
Mm.
educating them on holistic wellness and the nervous system and the foundation of health, and we put them together, and we utilize that and create a what I would call a wellness center, but without all the foo-foo in it. Just a subluxation based chiropractic office built on wellness that starts like with your model, but then ultimately ends with my model, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, we kind of do it. There's no way. It would have to have a combined effort, because there's no way we could do what we do and what you do without installing that. But like, what we train our providers, yes, we're here to get you out of pain, but we're also here to keep you out of pain. And we discuss, I do it a certain way. I'll tell them, listen, we do, acute relief care right off the bat. Patients are coming in very bad pain, acute herniated discs, acute sciatica, severe neck issues, and everything like that. It takes a little while for the pain and the inflammation and the spasm to go down. But after that, then we call it corrective care. Right. We're trying to correct the problem now. I can't correct the problem day one because they're too sensitive to do it. Maybe I could do it with MUAs, manipulation under anesthesia. I can start correction, but otherwise it takes a little while for us to calm their stuff down. Then we correct it. Then we strengthen it. Because the whole idea, and that's why we have the physical therapy, is we'll take an acute injury and then we want to strengthen it so it doesn't fall back out of place. Right. But then we do discuss the fourth factor, which is the maintenance factor.
But here's well,
you left out the entire side, which is what me and your
Kelly,
wife,
the metabolic,
the biochemical health of people, because if you look at why they're falling apart chronically to begin with, it's toxicity and exposure to a horrible environment that we created as far as toxicity goes. With food, with household goods.
I feel like that's out there, right? Do you feel like it's out there more now? Like people are kind of aware, like, oh my God, this stuff is more so now than ever before. And again, this is last night. I have my family who's just, I'm still the biggest quack on the planet there, but and I'm not a wellness guy or functional medicine guy. I'm like, I'm like, I actually help people with what my sister's husband's mother's problem is, but even they were talking about how everything is disgusting. One woman, she's like, I'm not doing plastic bottles anymore. I heard that leaches into the water. And then my sister was drinking the water from the faucet. She goes, oh my God, you can't drink that. Well, it has all those, all that.
I just ordered a whole bunch of organic cotton underwear.
Nice.
Because I don't need my junk being surrounded by
chemicals.
By chemicals.
You could have stopped it after the third word. I don't need my junk. That's it. So it doesn't matter whether it's toxic or non-toxic. It's over, my friend.
I had a patient the other day. He's an immigrant so he's in his mid-30s, and he came over from Greece in 2019. Grew up on a paradise Greek island, Chios, just played professional soccer. Came to the United States, and from the moment he got here, he's had nothing but illness. It just chronic inflammation, can't sleep. I mean, he had no complaints before 2019.
Yeah.
And he lives up here in the Northeast?
Yeah.
Mold, limes, this.
And I had a team member who was from DR her whole life, and she was a skinny little thing, healthy, came over here. By like the 4th or 5th year she was with us, she was, obese, sick, tired, because she's eating the same foods and living the same life she did over there, but it doesn't work here. Right. I'm like, you can't eat that here because that's not the same as it is over there. But she couldn't, didn't understand it because of her 20 years of
rice is rice. And
right.
And chicken is chicken.
She figured it out, after, the 5th year. She was like, oh my God, what happened to me? Right.
And you turned it around?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's 5 years younger again?
She lives in Long Island now, but she turned herself around. I can just educate, I inspire. That's it.
Well, that is the secret, right? What are you willing to do yourself? So I had an old patient call from Las Vegas, and he's like, well, I wound up in the hospital, congestive heart failure, and all that weight I lost, I put it back on. And I'm like, so what are you calling me for? You went through the whole process. You restored your health years ago. You know exactly what to do. You want to pay me now to tell you to do exactly what you did before again?
Yeah, how great is that?
Say yes.
Babysitter.
Yes.
Yeah. Needs a babysitter.
Everybody needs a babysitter. What's that?
And I'm happy to be that, but you got to pay me.
Yeah.
Right? My time.
You should actually pay you double.
And that's what I told him. I go, look, my time is getting more and more expensive. The less of it I have, the more I have to charge.
Right.
So
that's a beautiful line. I like that. Yeah.
Fuck up.
What's that? The saying, when the pain of staying the same, or when the pain of change just becomes less than the pain of staying the same,
Right.
then you get self-motivated.
Yeah.
Dude, you still got me with this audiobook, this Conversations with God. It's like the same thing. It's gonna take forever because I listen to it like 3 minutes at a time, and it's
I started it and then I backed off. I just got
good morning, Lily.
bogged down with some other shit. Hello.
But like the whole idea is you make the decisions. That's it doesn't have to be religious or spiritual or anything like that. Literally, when you wake up, you can make every single decision to make every single part of your life happen. It's really just being conscious about the decisions as opposed to unconscious about the decisions that you're making. And you could wake up and you could do 20 push-ups and 20 sit-ups, or you can wake up and eat the donut.
Mm-hmm.
And every single decision can be a conscious decision.
Yep.
But what motivates you? How do you inspire? How do you make that?
It's also how you see yourself. If you see yourself as the guy who eats the donut, even though you wake up, let's say I'm going to do a 75-day challenge. I'm not going to eat the donut. I'm going to do the push-ups and the whatever. And you do 75 days of that.
You must have something against sit-ups.
But if the guy says I'm still, if his vision of himself is I'm the guy who eats the donut, it doesn't matter. He's just not eating donuts for 75 days.
Right.
Yeah.
He's going back to it.
Well, I don't know. So let me tell you my personal journey, because
Right.
I was the guy who ate the donuts, and Kelly put me on this thing, and I'm competitive as heck, right? She goes, 30 days. I'm like, okay, I can do it. I'll eat dirt for 30 days. Within the first 12 to 15, the sugar cravings were gone. And so, no, I wasn't craving the donuts. By 30 days, which was the joke, I'm like, well, I might as well just keep on going. And that was in January of 23.
All right. So it's been almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
Right. So you changed. You're no longer the guy who eats the donut.
I mean, I will eat
You
a
were
donut,
the guy who ate,
but I would eat donuts.
but
Now I
you
will eat a donut. Does that make any sense?
You're the guy who eats donuts.
No, I was the guy who eats donuts. Now I'll
donut.
eat a donut.
Right.
Right. I don't
But
know.
you've
And
changed.
I hope that comes across.
But you made a change. You have a new definition in your mind of who you are. Look,
But I think it was the physiology that made that, because I was, I would want and crave donuts. So you can get a guy who thinks he's a donut guy, and then in 30 days, if not eating donuts, he's not going to be a donut guy anymore.
Right. So let's just take a different example then. The smoker, the smoker who chooses to quit smoking, but defines himself as, my name is Joe. I'm a smoker. That I've been smoking for years. I love to smoke cigarettes, but I'm currently not smoking. So you can quit. You can quit for 3 months. You can quit for 3 years. If your self definition is I'm Joe the smoker, then you're Joe the smoker, and it's going to call you back.
It's going to creep you back in. Drinking the same way.
You have to become the militant non-smoker to become an effect. The best way to quit smoking is to become the asshole, because the people who say
morning, Kara,
they quit smoking, and somebody says, so hey, you know, I heard you quit. You mind if I smoke? And like, oh yeah, go right ahead. It doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those guys. No. You got to become one of those guys. Don't fucking light that thing up in front of me. I don't want any part of that.
Right.
Be the asshole. Be the militant non-smoker. Then you'll change your definition of who you are, and then you'll be successful.
Yeah.
I feel like you just make a conscious choice every single day. I guess stop doing these books to me, will you? Look at him smiling, the asshole, right? Because now I'm going to disagree with you, because I think you can wake up every single morning, let everybody else in the world smoke around you, and you don't have to smoke. You want to know why? You're making that conscious choice, and you can continue to make that conscious choice and the next conscious choice. And it doesn't really matter. I get it habitually, and you can go physiologically. Yeah.
Willpower and addiction are difficult.
Absolutely, but you can make the decision.
Yeah,
I just don't have to pick up
muscle
this
your way
cigarette. I
through.
don't have to pick up this alcohol. I don't have to pick up this donut. It's the act, right? It's the act. And then when you could pull that shit off, boy, let me tell you, man, that is satisfying. Man, I fucking did it.
You did it.
I fucking did it. It's even more satisfying than telling somebody, don't fucking smoke that cigarette around me.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke that cigarette around me, and I'm still not going to smoke that thing. And I'm like, I fucking won. At the end of that day, I won. And then you win more days, and it becomes kind of exciting. I don't know.
That's right. No, I agree. I think
it's smiling. He's changed me completely. This asshole. Fuck you.
I love it. It's so fun. Yeah, no, I agree. It's both of it, because the addiction part is, but you're really saying the same thing as you're saying, because you're becoming
What,
becoming a
what we're
different
really
person.
saying, what you're trying to
What
say.
you're trying to say, that's Steve. That's Steve. Pete, what you're trying to say is right. No, I think it's right. I think they're
Let me
both
tell
right.
you what you're thinking right now.
Right.
Oh shit, Kelly's in there.
Right. I was gonna say, did we just get married?
Kelly's in the room. She'll be here soon. You can call ahead and say it.
Mhm.
But
I love it.
My wife just blocked my oldest daughter from her Instagram page
Oh, really?
because she's trying to give her advice and be critical, and my wife can't take it.
Yeah.
Can't take it. She's like blocked.
Yeah, I love it. It's hard. Yep.
you could do that.
Zoe,
Oh, you unfriend. She unfriended Maria.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Zoe can't comment or whatever, can't see Maria's Instagram.
Yeah.
And here I'm thinking this is the other way around. The daughter blocked the mom. No.
No.
The mom blocked the daughter.
I
That
love that.
is terrific.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta do
Terrific.
stuff like that. You know, it is what it is.
So I think I'm going to start doing some more Instagram. I think I have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I have content? Do you have content? He's
Oh
got
my
content.
God, dude. We
You
all
have content.
We all
do.
have.
I have
content.
it. My team loves to do that stuff,
We
so they're
all
always
have
doing
content.
shit.
Everything is content.
I need somebody to
Your
tell
whole
me what
life
my
is
content is. What is my content? Can you tell me what my content is?
Yeah, you should go to different pizzerias around
Yeah.
the country and rate the pizza.
Okay. Hold on. It's this angle right here. Hold on. Get the move your bed, dude. There we go. All right. Let's go. You guys know the challenge. 1 bite challenge. It's good. No flop. Good undercarriage. 7.4. Here we go. Who am I?
Alan Minor goes, he's a perfect mix of that guy, Portnoy.
David Portnoy, yeah.
David Portnoy and Rodney Dangerfield.
No respect. No respect. How about this way? Which way do I look like Portnoy? Dave, I will be your doppelganger. You need to take a vacation. You need to. I can promise you, I can fill in for like a minute. I'm sure nobody would know. I can start sounding a little bit more like
You know, this is a good cup of coffee.
It's very good
Pretty
coffee.
good,
Yeah,
It's
we
really
found a
good.
new place.
Found a good
Yeah.
place.
I bet you he'll deliver it to us too.
You think so?
I think I
No,
know.
I
Listen,
doubt it.
the guy's
one
3
little guy.
coffees.
no. Yeah, I know, but there's you and nobody else in there. So
Right. So you're gonna hire somebody else to just drive over.
no,
to
you can
Walmart?
drive up here. It's 3 minutes. Dude, we supported that place, right? When it first opened, we supported that place. Look at my staff. We had 38 people plus all 100 patients that were
Team.
coming in.
And now
Team.
you left.
Look at my team,
What did I call them?
my people.
staff.
I think I called them my people.
Staff.
People? Did I call them staff
You said people and staff.
and team?
It's team.
Team.
Look at
I
my
didn't
team.
call them my employees.
No.
That's not the right term.
I don't know. It's team.
My team.
Part of a team.
Team.
You know the movie?
No.
You don't know the movie?
Well, I may know the movie, but I don't know the
Part
line.
of a team.
I don't know. I'm bad with movies.
Untouchables.
Sounded mafia related.
Untouchables.
Yes, I was gonna say old
One of the
movie.
best.
Old
One of the
ass.
most-
How's your gout?
Dude,
Did-
my gout is completely cleared up.
What happened?
There we
What'd you do?
I let my foot heal. It has
He went on
nothing
a
to do with
bike
gout.
ride.
You stopped eating.
Mm.
No.
What happened?
I eat nothing but meat.
all better
Meat. Oh my
Your
god.
foot, it got better. You
I
let it rest.
traveled a lot. Maybe the alcohol, because I like to hit the bar when we go to the hotels.
Yeah.
So maybe the whiskey and the meat,
Whiskey and meat.
that combination,
meat.
not from a gout.
You
standpoint.
should try. This is going to be a plug for tequila. You should try tequila. It's my
Yeah.
favorite alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not going to take on any new alcohol.
The good thing about tequila, if you drink a pretty decent, clean tequila, you don't have to mix it with anything, and it isn't not a depressant. It's made from agave. It's clean. I, to tell you the truth, if I drink 5 bottles of water or 5 glasses of tequila the night before, I'll feel better in the morning when I drink 5 glasses of tequila.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah,
No?
I've never had
He
tequila.
doesn't drink. He doesn't drink.
I've never had tequila in my
What are you
life.
talking about?
He's like, how does it feel better? It doesn't feel better. I'm just saying that's how much I love tequila.
That's nice. No, I've never had tequila before.
You've had tequila.
I don't think so.
You're back in your dangerous days.
I don't know.
Can we call them his dangerous days?
When everybody was doing shots of
Cuervo.
Yeah,
Never had
you-
Cuervo.
You put the salt.
What is
on the
Patron?
drum.
Yeah,
Patron?
Patron is that's tequila.
Oh, okay. I've had that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so then you've had it
Oh,
recently because
Patron
Patron is a lot more
better.
recent. I thought you had. When did you start?
I mean, I
drinking?
haven't drank in 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
I guess Patron's been around for 20 years, right?
I mean, I guess I haven't
I'll
drank
tell
in
you
20
how
years,
old.
and I think I had a shot of Patron.
You chose
Even
not,
longer.
not to drink just to choose not to drink.
Yeah. No problem. No problems here. No. I think I wore it out early. Like it was
Yeah.
uneventful for me. Like by the time I turned 21, I was already over it.
Yeah.
Like it was boring. And
This is what I say about Europe. I don't know if they have the binge drinking craziness going on in Europe like we have here, like college kids going nuts and everything like that. And I said, like, they're exposed to it. It's not a novelty to them, right? Same thing kind of with nudity, if you think about it. They have a lot of new beaches in Europe and everything like that. And so is there as much crazy nasty?
Who's nude on the beach
Truth.
in Europe? It's like, come on. That shit'll turn you gay real
That's
quick.
because that's because
wrong
you,
with that.
Not that
you didn't
there's
get
anything
nothing wrong with that.
That's because you didn't get invited to the right beaches, man. It's just, you got to go to the right beaches.
He's almost moving fast.
You know, you're, what time is it?
What time is it?
What time is it?
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
it's
I
nice.
ate.
3 minutes early.
No,
He's
I don't-
3 minutes early.
Which means
I don't think we start till
3 minutes
8:30.
early, 7 minutes.
What time do we start today? What time's your first patient today?
Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's
very
the,
well prepared.
That's the spirit. What's
Very-
up?
He thinks 8.
Yeah, well, there's no reason to know.
Do,
There's no
do we scold him on camera or no?
Yeah, yep.
You show up, deliver the goods, and
And
move
that's
on.
it. That's a straight gangster. Want to get on and say hi to Taylor because she likes to watch you on here. She watched. She went.
Did she?
No, she
Comes
went
in.
straight to the 8 a.m. mark. Looked at him and then got off. She didn't even watch our video. So come on.
She knows you walk in at 3 minutes to 8.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got the blame games down in the
Tito. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
He got away. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Taylor's at the gym. All right.
She'll take care of it.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I mean, that's
I had
where you
Wi-Fi
live.
problems. I was still here on time. In fact, I was here early.
Yeah. Well, he's early.
Talk about gangster. Look at
Really?
Jocelyn coming in all gangster like this.
You guys are running this thug place right
So
here.
we are thug life.
Yeah, you
Look at
are.
her. Look at her. She already knows she's coming in gangster, and she knows we're talking about her. Hi, Jocelyn.
I feel like yeah. Okay. All right. What? All right. This is exciting. I
What-
like all
what's
this.
exciting?
Everything.
Oh.
Just like looking around.
Oh.
sun's
Do we
out,
have
it's a
okay,
beautiful
so this
day.
was one thing I actually was thinking about. I don't want to usurp the entire thing, but I want to talk like change. And how do you guys deal with change? For some reason in my life, well, there's always change, but like major changes happen in big groups and in very short periods of time for me. And
I have one of those 5-gallon water bottles. I just put all my change in there,
Yeah, me too.
and that way I can send
the
my
end of
kids
the-
off to college.
the end of the night.
at the end of the-
Well, what kind of change?
so the husband of the woman who I was talking about last night, the entire night was looking through buckets of change, looking for high value coins.
Oh,
I'm like, where is Izzy? His name is Izzy.
I'm so
Izzy
sorry.
is 4'0", little Israeli guy. He's
Is his
hysterical.
name Izzy?
Israel.
Yeah,
Israel
I was gonna
Baruch.
say.
A nice Italian guy. So it's with that change. No, I mean like major like offices. So Kelly's new functional medicine office opens a week from Monday now.
Okay,
Everything's
we
like
have-
right.
we have a date?
We have a soft opening on October 14th, a hard opening on November 4th.
And
We've
is
got
there a party?
there will be a party. I guess they're I don't know. I thought they were gonna do that whole VIP
I spoke to
thing. but-
Roger Sahuri the other day, and
Yeah.
he asked about you guys.
Ah.
He's like, "Yeah, I know they're opening up," and I said, "Oh yeah, there'll be some kind of grand opening party.
There
We'll
will.
go and support them."
Yeah, oh, and I appreciate that. So with that comes Kelly stealing one of my employees because she never told me about it. She gave me a decent amount of time, but somebody who's been with me for 7.5 years. She's a licensed chiropractic assistant in the state of New Jersey, and so now she's leaving, and I need to fill that position. Now there's not too many LCAs. Now, unlike New York, you need to have somebody licensed to do like the stim and the therapies
Right.
and everything like that. 150 yards up the street. You don't need that.
Right.
It's a lot easier position to fill. So then we have to fill that from within. Well, we don't have to. We filled it from within. So without one
How
is
long
moving
does
this
it
one,
take to get somebody through that program?
12 to 18 months.
Holy shit!
Holy shit. And it's not like we haven't been thinking about it. We've been trying to find somebody, but so my schedule gets cut in half now because I just can't possibly see the same amount of patients because now I have to do all of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
work.
yeah,
and
yeah.
so we're dealing with that literally happening within the next week and a half. And then we have people getting promoted and people
What
moving
is? What
around.
did they have to be licensed to do? like stim and stuff?
So a licensed chiropractic assistant can do all the modalities, laser, stim,
hydroculator.
hydroculator packs. They can start the traction and all that kind of stuff. They can also do exams and re-exams, consults, and everything like
Does
that.
the PT profession have the same thing? Do they?
No, ironically, the PTAs, they have licensed PTAs, and they could do everything but exams and re-exams. So they can actually do manual therapies and perform the exercises. It's very strange, the dichotomy that happens with the chiro and the PT. There should be some kind of, well, I guess it doesn't. I guess that's the whole fight. Like they have their thing and we have our thing, and I hate that. But
They can't set they can't set people up on it, or they can't power up.
Yeah, I guess they can't power up. Yes, could they put the pads on and I can come in there and put it on? Yes, but in New York they can power it up, right?
On site responsible to make sure that the hydroculator didn't burn somebody or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, so that's just a part of the change, and then we're moving people, and then we need people, and then we're losing people, and it's just major players are being moved around, and it's like I have a hard time sleeping.
So what was your
just
question?
like you said, like change? How do you do a change? Like if I think about you twice, type of thing. Like if I have to stay up at night or anything like that. Yeah. I mean, I have 97 things in my head that are keeping me up at night right now, and it's just a lot of change. Now, none of this can possibly be bad.
No,
a lot of it is we're trying to create a company
really
where we're promoting within, and people have growth, right? And I just love growth. This is now more.
Yeah. Are you helping people energetically get to a higher state of
100%? Yes.
Yeah.
So Kristen is now going to be from a licensed chiropractic assistant to a full-on health coach over at the Functional Medicine Center.
Right.
Which is
so
going to be.
So she's going to be at a higher state. But what
She
you're saying is
salary-wise, title-wise.
You're going to be in a lower state because you're going to have to be doing some more menial tasks, so to speak.
Well, they're not menial. It just was
things that the doctor shouldn't be doing.
And what office are you talking about?
It's going to be all of these offices. I personally only treat here in this Montvale office, but we're having major changes in our Closter office. We're having some
the difference
changes in our
is
Park
he
Ridge
treats,
office.
You provide care. Right. You see that?
Let's see.
Do you know what a physical examination is? Do you know what a reflex hammer is? Maybe a little pinwheel, maybe a muscle test here or there, orthopedic test.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, he did pass his board exams.
That's right. I am a licensed chiropractor.
And just the little flusher
just comes right out.
There, gone.
Yeah.
Which is good because it creates a lot more brain space for other things.
It does. It's a wonderful thing. But what about? I mean, I don't know
about the physics of posture and weight distribution, and do you have that knowledge?
Posture, yes. I don't do arcs and angles. Though.
I got a better question for you.
Please,
that will help you.
Okay.
64% of the population has an anatomical short leg.
Yeah.
So when someone comes in here with sciatica or hip pain and leg pain,
yep.
Are you taking a short leg film and heel lifting them to balance out their
100%.
pelvis?
We do orthotics here to make up that difference. So the beauty of our orthotics is they're
what X-ray are you taking for it?
Just an A to P.
That's wrong.
You need more than that.
Yeah.
Why do you need?
That's the wrong X-ray.
How do you take an X-ray for leg length discrepancies?
I'm not going to tell you because you made fun of me.
Wait, true versus apparent leg length is actual measurements, right?
No, you can't. No, I can get it. You can get it down to the millimeter if you take the proper film. But the A to P shows the leg length discrepancy. But you got to take a Ferguson village, show the actual leg length, and you got to measure it properly. And then you can end because now you're taking.
You know what he said? He goes, Pete, why don't you just send some patients our way over here? So
no, I'm just saying. So these are things I run into when I'm out there. Also, another thing that you said that I would pay attention to is if you're rehabilitating someone, but their neck is kyphotic and you're strengthening in kyphosis. So you got to be very, very careful on those things because I see a lot of people who come from these other areas and you can't measure an anatomical short leg on an A to P film. That's just not.
As you said, you can see just the
you can see they need it, and then that's the trigger to take the next film.
Got it.
Then you take the next film, and then you can digitally measure it to get it down to the millimeter.
Got it.
Then you fit it, and then you stress X-ray it to make sure it's.
When you put the
you balance it out, and then you can double check it. That's
Got
what
it.
You should do. It's an A to P Ferguson.
A to P Ferguson, noted. Noted. Wait, let's talk about the kyphosis, right? Because we. Oh, I'm sorry.
What orthotics do you use?
Foot levelers. We use the and then we could add the heel lift into that to the exact amount of that we want, which is great.
Yeah. But do you stress test it afterwards?
We don't. And but what I like is they have the weight. The one that we have now is the 2-foot one. I got to give a promo to Foot Lovers over there because the 1-foot one didn't work the exact same as this one. Now we have the weight distribution, which is very, very cool. So that we could I mean, it's so funny, man, because before I can even, the Foot Lover machine is over here, the computer's like over here. And before I can get there, the patients are like, "Oh my God, look at the knee!" And I'm like, "It sells itself." And I'm like, "Hold on. Let's rewind this just a little bit here. I just want to kind of show you the different things and everything like that."
Yeah.
And and then we have the argument. Oh, I have my orthotics from my podiatrist. I'm like, wonderful. What is your podiatric problem? Okay, I got plantar fasciitis or I got a heel spur. I'm like, okay, what? Gout. All right. So I tell them, listen, if you have those issues, that podiatrist hopefully is the right person for that. What we're looking for here is not foot necessarily orthotics. We're using this as the foundation of your entire pelvis and your legs. And if the arches of your foot are working correctly, then that really should resolve your foot problems as well.
I love orthotics.
I'm a big fan.
Do you just do orthotics for people, or they have to be in part of your office program?
I'll help anybody with anything.
Because I send people for orthotics all the time because I don't want to be involved in that.
Why not?
That
has to help the structure. I mean, that's got to be a huge thing for you.
Yeah, that's why I send them to people.
Oh,
it's just one less thing I don't want to do.
How does he get away with this?
Why would I do it when there's a
niche down to what you do best?
I'm a laser focused on what I do, and
I love that.
Absolutely.
And I just, I'm not interested in like
you're the best kind of doctor to know because people who specialize in other things are going to get referrals from you.
That's true. I probably refer 20, 30 people. This week I sent Dr. Marv, like 6 people, Dr. Mehta over there. Like, I mean, I got orthopedic surgeons, and I mean, I do attorney referrals like five a week. It's just not interested.
75% of my patients since 2015 there were referrals from chiropractors.
Yeah.
Because they knew that the metabolic health of their patient meant something to them. They wanted to address it. They weren't going to do it themselves, and they referred them to me.
I have a chiropractor I refer to also. He's really literally the building right there next to me, and I've been filling his practice for 10 years.
Yeah,
because the patients that come in and
they don't want to pay me. I just send them over there.
Right. Okay.
I said, hey, go there.
Does he ever reciprocate?
No, because he can't.
People don't walk in and say, "I don't want to use my insurance."
I'm a different model. So during my orientation, I'm like, if you're looking to get out of pain, I'm not the place. Right. If you're looking to get healthy and change your life and your children's life, we are the place. Right. If not, I have a place for you to go.
It's just so important if there are any young doctors out there who are listening to this, you have to understand Chris's practice is full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like
so many people.
The abundance that you attract into your practice is remarkable.
That is the truth.
Because of what you do. Because of what you do, because of that clear messaging. You know, if you have a clear message, you know exactly what you're delivering, you have faith, confidence, and belief in that, then you're going to attract all those people. If you don't believe what's coming out of your mouth, no one's going to care.
Yeah.
I love how this conversation came full circle because this morning, even before we turned the cameras on, we have 3 unbelievably unique, different chiropractors, and here we are sitting. Everybody is successful, and we're doing what we do, and we do it so differently. So, and I don't know, do you hate me?
I love you.
I love you too, buddy. See, I love you guys. So it actually works. Everybody can actually get along in the same world. I mean, I think we all have the same idea.
You know, I think is when you have a level of, this is why UAC works, because we all have such a level of success that everyone's just so happy where they are. There's no judgment. Like, you get around other healthcare chiropractors who aren't doing so well, and they're very cranky.
They want to take you down because they're not done yet.
Right. Here, I don't like you know, we have conversations. We all joke around with each other, but at the end of the day, you know, everyone's doing their thing, and it's wonderful. And that's why it's. I was just telling someone, like, when we get together, it's like it's effortless. Like, you know, it's not hard.
Speak for yourself.
You know, right. I'm probably hard to be around, but you guys don't bother me. And, you know, so it's like hanging out is easy. You ever get around other people or other couples that are, you know, and it's heavy and it's hard. And it's like, feels like heavy lifting. Other chiropractors in the area that when I'm coaching people, sometimes it's heavy. Like, I want to like lay on the floor a little bit. You know, I get that feeling. Yeah. You describe it so much better than I can. Can you help me talk with Kelly? Can you just come in and just say what it is I'm thinking? No, Kelly scares me.
Leave Kelly alone.
Right.
Man. We fought. We had a little World War II. Yeah. Because I was like, so we finally, going back to the change, we finally got one of my front desk people are now moving up in filling the bro, we started her schooling, so she's now 12 to 18 months away from now becoming a licensed chiropractic.
Oh wait,
we paid for that. And what? Go ahead.
No. I would remember what I was saying, or why I was asking about the licensed person.
Yeah,
but don't you have other chiropractors here at the same time?
I absolutely do.
So like you have Greg's on salary, right?
Yeah.
So can't he just help you?
He's my member of my team.
Right. Very good.
Yes, he can.
Right.
He can, but he's already starting to see, like, again.
Yeah, but he's used to moving like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like you are underutilizing him. Like where they came from is like an 800 visit machine.
Yeah.
Like he could do 2 to 3 times
what he's
doing right now. So just lean on him. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
and that is exactly the solution, which is the reason why, I mean, I'm losing sleep.
I'm not telling you what to do.
I didn't lose.
I'm not telling you what to
He just told me what to do. It's on camera. You just told me what to do.
Like,
No, and I have in this office, I have 5 other chiropractors that are 4 of them are with me on any one day. So yes, they're going to be doing. They're going to come in. They're going to do those.
Just from a mindset perspective, like he is designed to move like
he was
rocket
created
ship.
To move.
Yeah. He was.
I agree.
He's he's a little slow as shit, but you
said you just got to light a fire under his ass. He'll move.
Gets from his car to the front door really slowly.
Yeah.
But once he's in,
when we turn him on, he's on.
Right. No, I'm saying.
Wait, so what happens is like Carrie and Lisa are up over there. They when he walks in, they just wind him.
Yeah. No, he can definitely, create much more output. You know, like, and I don't know what he's doing here, but I'm just saying, like, if he could be that guy. No,
he will, and we intended on that. And that is the only. To tell you the truth, when I actually got over that acute. Holy shit, she's leaving in a week type of thing. And I had to put it all together. The biggest thing is just training somebody. And I just love building people within. I mean, it's great. And Carrie and I have been talking about that a lot. That's my vice president. She's wonderful.
The schools better wake up, because we were saying, our conversation last week was around if all of a sudden we go from taking care of 2% to 4%, if we double the number of people we're seeing, there's not enough chiropractors out there. Already with what we're seeing, you can't find somebody.
Right.
The market is, the supply and demand of licensed chiropractic, and the schools are not doing a great job teaching these guys how to get out there and
become chiropractors.
Right. And become successful and great at what they do and have great hands.
How many guys are retiring versus how many guys are coming in, and gals? Sorry. But, I heard about that, like with plumbers.
Yeah. Right.
Holy cow, man. There's for every 5 plumbers that retire, there's only 2 plumbers coming into the system. What's going to happen?
Plumbers are going to make money.
AI,
they already make money. They have the nicest beach homes I've ever seen.
AI is not going to take over
plumbing.
Anything with hands.
All right, yeah.
Well, you know what? An AI.
There's Dr. James, ladies and gentlemen. There he is.
A cool AI thing that I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah. Good morning, buddy.
I don't really know anything about anything. One of my patients took a picture of his MRI of his hip
and got diagnosed on the
necrosis, and he put it in AI, and they diagnosed it for him. And then the report came back from them, and it was
exactly the same.
Except on the bottom it said, "This is just information. Go ask your healthcare provider."
Right.
But
the healthcare provider said, "This is good information."
I mean, it was the same. The report and the AI were the same.
You want to know why? The radiologist also used AI.
He's like, "Oh shit!
They didn't teach us that in medical school. What the hell was that?
What the fuck is this?
Gotta go through the book.
Right.
There's no book anymore. Now it's AI.
Yeah, but I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. Like, they could take a picture of your X-ray and have someone look at it for pathology.
They could take a picture of you, make you look handsome.
That would be great.
Yeah.
But
and put a tie on you and everything.
Put like X-ray in there for pathology.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so much
information
that's already out there, right? So the whole thing is, because we were talking about AI and blood work, and in the functional model, there's not enough data out there for the for the AI to compile it and say this is, when we look at blood work. So GGT is a liver enzyme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So GGT, if it's lab high, you have to ask yourself clinically, is the person alcoholic? Do they have a gallbladder issue? Those are the medical reasons for GGT to go
Mine's
up.
Good.
But the research shows that if the GGT is just above the bottom 25% of the reference range, that's your body actually demanding glutathione, right? So that's the functional model. AI doesn't have access to that information because it's not out there in the world.
Right.
And therefore, they don't have the millions and millions and millions of resources to grab.
The data points it's pulling is
Right.
just on a high level of what the medical norm is.
Right.
So who identified that just above the lowest 25% is something that the body requires? Like,
So-
how do we identify that?
Right. So in again, a lot of it comes from first principles. First principles are looking at basic science. What is that enzyme? What does it do? And as it starts to climb, what's happening inside the cell? And exposure to toxicity and oxidation is going to drive the need for glutathione. So you need that enzyme to create the glutathione from the basic substrates, right? As long as you have enough protein in your diet, as long as you have the amino acids to make the glutathione. So physiology tells you what's happening, and then you have to take that information and say, all right, if it's climbing, so it's just like fatty liver, right? The other enzymes, AST, ALT. When those enzymes, 30 years ago, the laboratory reference range could have been 27. Now it's 37, 47, 57. It just keeps going up because the reference range is based on the experience of the laboratory that you went to. So as we become unhealthier as a nation, those reference ranges keep climbing into zones that 30 years ago were pathological, but they're no longer pathological because everybody's pathological, right? So we have to change our definition of what pathology is.
Right.
Whereas if we just say, no, forget that. Let's look at the numbers physiologically and then make the intervention, which is not a medical intervention, a nutritional lifestyle intervention, maybe some nutritional supplements. And if it improves and the person's health improves, well, then you've done a good thing.
Right.
Right. So it's not the model of, double-blind placebo-controlled study to see if NAC brings GGT down. That model is not the lifestyle model. What do you do in your practice? Do you tell people, look, the only thing that I want you to do different, don't eat better, don't sleep better, don't take any nutritional supplements, don't improve your mental state, don't do anything, just I'm going to adjust you, just so we know that it's the adjustment only.
Right.
That's like, we don't do that.
Right,
That's
right.
not what our profession
Right.
does. Our profession says, do
Everything.
all the things.
And it doesn't matter which
Get
one works
better.
as long as they get.
Right.
We're looking for this to work.
And tell all your family and friends that coming here is what initiated you getting better.
Right.
Right. And
You said that correctly. Initiated,
What
'cause
got
you
me
have to-
better? All the things.
Everything.
All the things.
Our culture, the culture that we created. in
How can
society.
anybody in the
Lifestyle.
world argue that better sleep, eating better, drinking more water, being more physically fit? Like how could we still be the pariahs? How is that possible? That this is what we're trying to.
We're not pariahs. We're exactly who they're afraid of.
Right.
We're exactly.
I also think there's a level of obscurity. Like nobody knows. Like people don't know. Like
Right.
still, when I have a conversation with people, they think I'm adjusting them to get them out of pain. I literally yesterday had someone call the office and go, "You do the Y strap adjustment?" And my office Kara's like, and he was like, "You do that thing that pulls the head?" She goes, "Well, we have decompression therapy." He goes, "No, where you wrap the towel around the head and yank it." I need that.
I need that.
She's like, "No, we don't do that here. Sorry." And she's like, "Would you like to schedule the whole thing?" And he's like, "No, I just want that." Like that's the level of they don't link us to wellness, healthcare,
and
lifestyle.
right.
Lifestyle. They link us to
It's guys like me. I'm the devil. I
you
created that.
ruining it for all of
I
us,
am.
but that's fine.
But then they come in here and we're educating them. And I do have a Y strap, so you could have sent that patient to me.
Do you really?
Yes, I have a Y strap.
about that strap she's got.
She loved it. Yeah. Hey, that's for some reason she puts this ball in my head every time she does it. I don't understand what the hell's going on. I'm like, I did not see that on the educational video that did not come with this thing.
I didn't know that. Now I will send them. I get a couple of those.
I got a Y strap, but I don't use it on a lot. A lot of the people who like are there.
No, don't tell me about the
I
wide
don't
shot.
want
Just
to.
keep
You don't
it
want
to
the
yourself.
concept of the wide
Just keep it to yourself. I don't throw myself through the window. I'll just send people
Another
down here.
broken window
Right,
again.
another.
Son of a gun. Everybody keeps on
That's
doing
cool.
that.
Yeah, so that's I think a lot of it is
I'm just
obscure.
But
curious
you're right,
if
but then you have to
whoever had
educate
her
them
on
when
the
you hear.
phone, whoever had her on the phone, if they just said, "Yeah, we have the white strap. How much are you willing to pay for that white
Right.
strap? What are you charging? No. How much are you willing to
Right.
pay for the white? Like how
Ooh,
badly
who has
do
the
you want it?
kahunas to do
You
that?
know, how
Oh, yeah.
badly do you want it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
if
I
they
like
say
that.
$100, say, all right, well, it's $250.
Right.
And if they still come in, what are you gonna do?
nothing.
Come over here, grab my wide strap, bring it back up over there.
I would still send them to you.
And then you'll be like, hey, it's
I would-
200. You can charge them 250.
By the way, they'll never, of course, they're going to say $25.
Right. Yeah, right. Because that's the value on the wide strap.
Right.
It's just like, oh my god. But yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I had refunded 2 people's money this week, 2 full care plans, just
Yeah.
because they just
They didn't get it.
they just couldn't get in line.
Right.
And I was just like, and then I sent him to the other guy.
Right.
He loves me.
He must love
He
you.
does.
I mean, he has to only charge about $10 less than you, and still make amazing money, not have to deal with insurance, and he's
does.
gonna get love. It's unreal. He's got to be a better businessman.
Yeah, he says. He likes it though. It's nice to send them over there.
All right.
feel
Is he a good guy or
I
gal?
don't really know.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
I don't really know him. Once in a while, he'll pop in and be like, "Hey,
Thank you
you."
thank you for my new boat.
I hear come and buy you guys lunch.
And I think he should once in a while,
Yeah,
right?
you
Yeah.
should, absolutely.
Have you ever tried to buy these guys lunch? Lauren eats just like
Nobody likes
seeds.
to buy
and-
us lunch.
like, what can we get for you?
Everyone-
Can't even get them salad.
Every
Go to the
once in a
juice
while,
store.
the MRI place comes in. They're
Yeah.
like, I just want to say thank you. I brought you these cookies. I'm like, can you
That's
just
the wrong
can you
Don't get it.
take your cookies, or else the front desk will go, don't let him see that. And then we laugh and throw them out. Yeah, that's so funny.
You should give that to the chiropractor.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
keep on
I do.
giving him
It's
abundance
there.
of gifts.
It's
Everything.
there's
Here's
two-
cookies.
It's
Here's
a partnership.
lunch.
There's 2 guys over there.
Yeah.
By the MRI center. There. I just send them over in there. They're nice.
Fucking such a backhanded little slam.
So I asked you about the referral. So this person, I had to send him to Connecticut for the diagnostic ultrasound.
Yeah.
Diagnostic ultrasound is really far better for a lot of these injuries than MRI.
Yeah.
And
He's gonna get that today. No.
The guys in Norwood would have diagnostic
Yeah.
ultrasound.
the guys where?
In Norwood, New
We're going
Jersey?
there today.
I'm going to get my
You're going to the place to do the stream jet?
the TENS jet. Yeah,
TENS jet.
yeah.
Biopuncture.
I'm going to get a biopuncture today in my shoulder. On
Nice.
all botanicals.
Why wasn't I invited to
You
this?
were.
You're on the thing. We're on the same text chain, dude.
Yeah, this fucking old bastard.
It's called a text message. So on your
Delusional.
phone, sometimes these little bubbles pop up.
You gotta-
Sometimes they're green and
you
sometimes
gotta
they're
read
blue,
'em.
depending on whether or not he has an iPhone or not.
I do.
So
Thank you.
What do you mean? If it's green, it's
A different phone. It's those
supposedly
Androids.
there's gonna be a fix to that. I heard. I don't know.
Androids. Peckerheads.
These guys.
Yeah.
It's just they're fighting the power. Hey, listen, you
Fucking
can't be upset with people who are fighting the power, right? I
No.
mean, so
It's just annoying because you can't send videos to a group text.
can't send videos to a group. The group text doesn't come through.
No,
Everything's
it's all
annoying with
messed
that. So again, they're gonna have. Hopefully, they'll have a fix to that.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, I think they have diagnostic ultrasound over there. 'cause
They have
do.
everything. I sent the patient over there. She goes, you guys got to do this. You guys got to take this over. They have an MRI machine in there and this and that and blah, 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 blah.
That's the only issue. I don't like that.
It's a whole lot of everything.
I just wish they didn't have MRI there.
They're
You know,
pumping the MRI machine.
Yeah, all my patients get too much shit, but I warned them ahead of time. But they're in love with that place. They love it. I've had multiple TENS jets this week. I had 3 people in yesterday who were down there this week already
Yeah.
and love it.
I got a buddy in Texas who uses MRI and diagnostic ultrasound to diagnose stress fractures in the tibia of athletes. And he uses that crazy treadmill that has this basically this thing that wraps around your
Yeah,
waist,
yeah,
fills up
it's
with
like-
air.
Alter
Yeah.
G, I have one of those.
You have one of those?
I need to please take it. I can't. I carry. She could probably hear it from here. I have been looking to get rid of this thing. I have an Alter G sitting in
You don't know
storage
how
in
to
Spring
use it?
Valley. No, I tried to
Why
put it.
strap it?
Look at her. See, we're promoting it on the podcast right now. Try to get rid of this
Dude.
Alter G. It's free.
Free.
Do you understand?
Hold
It's a
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
$35,000 piece of equipment. I'm going to give away for free. You just got to pick
No,
it
no,
up
no, no,
and
no.
then. No.
I'm taking it. I'm
He's
taking
taking-
my buddy Tim Chapman in Texas is a genius with that machine. An absolute.
It is
genius.
phenomenal. We wanted to put
care
it in here.
The,
Why
the
do you-
track
why
athletes from
aren't you
Texas
using it?
Tech and
I don't have
all
the
these-
space.
How
It
big
takes
is
up
it?
a big amount of space,
Yeah.
more space than we had a space dedicated for it. It just was everything had to get pushed because of the windows.
That thing
So
is
the
stupid.
inches that we lost because of the windows is the inches that we lost that we can't put the Alter G in there. We had that little alcove was the perfect spot
Put it in
for
your
it.
house. Run with it on.
It is amazing. So you understand the concept of Alter G anti-gravity thing, right? So that you zip yourself
I'm
in.
a
and you
wellness
pump
guy. I'm
air.
not stupid.
Yes. I think that goes hand in hand. You can't possibly understand
I can't know
everything else.
That's
amazing
fair. That's
at
fair. Yeah, I
helping
don't know how it
people
works really.
retrain their gait.
Correct.
I mean, it's freaking incredible. I had it done, and then I went from that, got the kind of the neuromechanics down, and then I went on to that other.
Oh yeah,
Arc
the
trainers.
arch
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Arc
you have one of
trainer.
those.
That I have. That we use here.
Yeah.
This guy is fucking.
Yeah,
bad.
we do stuff here.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
We do
Yeah.
stuff. It's
You're
really
amazing.
because so at the bottom of our letterhead it says everything that we do: chiropractic, physical therapy, occupational therapy, acupuncture, functional medicine. And Kelly's like, you got to take functional medicine off. I'm like, just whatever. You're my wife. I can promote you. She goes, but I'm not doing it there, and we can't promote it. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, where do we freaking stop? So I read a new letterhead. It says, we do stuff. I think at the bottom
We
So
do shit.
I think we do stuff here. I don't know what it is. We do
Right.
some stuff over
Check
here.
with my wife.
R8?
Check with my
What is
wife.
that?
Yeah.
It's the R8.
Yeah.
That's a good looking car.
It
What was
really
the
is pretty.
What was
If
the
it's
kyphosis
electric, I don't want
question?
it.
So okay, yeah, you. Wow, I don't know. That was like 39 minutes
It
ago.
was.
That was a minute ago. The kyphosis. So how do you? I get a ton of kyphosis or
Yeah.
loss of lordosis,
Yeah.
right? So even if it's not kyphotic,
Right.
what are you supposed to do then? Like I can't strengthen somebody.
I just sent him a text. I got a guy who wants to sell his Alter G.
No, you just gotta do.
I don't want to sell it. He could take it. Just get it out of this storage unit that I'm paying more than I paid for the unit.
He'll give you something for it.
Yeah, he just have to pick it up, and then he's gonna
Well,
have to have
he's in
Alter G
Texas,
come
so
over
he's
there and
gonna
set it
have
up. And
to-
if he's such a guru, he can probably set it up himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you can't strengthen that.
So what are you supposed to do with these people?
You got to fix it first.
You can fix a reversed curve. Are you gonna? So
I'm-
even in chiropractic
I'm
school, we
not
said we're never going to be able to make that perfect again. You can make it perfect.
Oh,
again?
yeah,
Yeah,
of
because
course.
what they teach you in chiropractic school is
Been
exactly
doing it
what
for
they teach
23
you.
years. I tell orthopedic surgeons all the time, hey, do me a favor, come to my office, pick a random person's name, click on their x-ray, and then click on their after x-ray.
Yeah,
Lordotic. Every time.
every single time.
Well, it depends on what their PTSI angle is. There's an angle that you can measure that can tell you to
Tell you
predict the
what
amount of
their-
correction.
Got it.
Every single person can get a lordotic curve. It's whether it can be 20 degrees or
Or the
more,
actual, yeah.
right? There, it depends on the angle of the clavicle, which is the angle of incidence. So you measure a T1 to the angle of the clavicle, and that can tell you how much kyphosis based on the steepness of C7T1 based off clavicle superimposition. And then you can measure the lordotic curve. If you're stable, I'm gonna ruin your life, but if you're stabilizing at kyphosis, you are creating long-term health in a human being. You're creating sickness and
Issues.
disease. Yes.
How do you stabilize it? I can't even imagine.
You can't
stabilizing it.
strengthen a kyphosis,
Right.
because that's is why we have people who come to our office after doing physical therapy, because they're strengthening instability. You are
Got it.
creating long-term sickness and disease in someone, because a kyphosis is 100% medical research and journal to
That makes
cause
sense to me.
sickness and disease long-term, because decreasing blood flow, upper motor neuron lesions, all
He
these things
just bought a new one.
oh my God.
He just bought a new one.
Well, if he's buying new ones, he probably doesn't want an old one. I mean,
Yeah, but maybe he'll just take it.
He said, I got the one with all the cameras.
yeah. I can't. I mean, I have the two thing. I don't know exactly. It's the F320.
F320.
F320. A little bit of an older unit. I
Yes,
mean,
those-
there's got to be someone. And here I am calling up my quote unquote competition because I would love my community to be served with this piece of equipment. I
Maybe
can't
we'll
even
sell
give it
Dr.
away.
Marv today when we're down there.
Oh, all right.
I'll take it.
All
You have
right.
a picture of it?
I have a few. Yeah. And the serial number. And I've spoken to
You sell it to him, though. Don't give it to him.
I want to
No.
help my community, man. I'm a giver.
Yeah, you give, but you have to have an exchange.
Okay. How much do you want me to sell it to him for?
I don't know.
Okay. $250.
That's fine.
There you go.
Maybe a back
All
rub.
right.
Maybe some TENS jetting or a vagina rub. I don't know. Whatever you want to
I
get.
need to get rubbed.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
So
Yeah.
I have an idea though, because we should talk about, because right now you just want to get rid of it.
Yes.
So you can donate it. You can get it.
Can't even donate it. So there's what's called Fit to Walk over here. Super, it started because their son dove into a shallow end and severed his spine, right? Paralyzed and everything like that. They have exoskeleton stuff over there. What they're doing right over here down the street is some of the most insane stuff I have ever seen. Literally like Terminator RoboCop stuff. They're taking paralytic patients and putting them in these things and they're getting them moving and everything like that. Is amazing. Have everything
Fit to walk.
push to walk. Did I say fit to walk? Push to walk.
Push to walk.
I'll give them a promotion.
And
So they
where
can sell
are
like
they?
1, 2,
Here-
3,
here-
4
here in-
buildings down.
Here in Montvale.
I mean, right in Montville, right?
In
4
Montville.
buildings down.
Right.
Like right across.
No,
You know
we
what?
might as well give a good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They do amazing
It
things
is
with people
it is unreal. I mean, everything is from the ceiling to brackets in the ceiling, so they can hold up the patients, and that's how it all started, and it's been
and they don't
amazing.
want it.
It's just like at first it was like they couldn't afford it, or like because we were going to sell the unit because listen, couldn't fit in here. It was just a unit, and then then we're like, we're going to give it to you, but the only thing is they'll have to bring in Alter G to kind of set it up, and they're like, no. And I'm like, I'm just not going to pay them to, I'm not going to pay for that. So
Alter G, it's not like you just take the treadmill and put it in. It needs
he
to be
probably
set
could.
up.
This guy probably could,
Yeah.
but we have never used the Alter G before, and they have never used it. So it's not like we're going to be able to set it up.
So you
from
bought
knowledge.
it and never used it?
We got it. There was a local physical therapy place that had closed, and we didn't want to get it. And then we're like, okay, well, fine, we'll get it, and we'll have this space for it and everything like that. And it was with every other bit of their equipment that we took, so it was just a part of the of the
So it's
purchase.
our package deal.
Yeah, it was a package deal, exactly. So
Okay,
and then
that's fair.
yeah, so that's why I'm willing to give it away
You didn't-
because
you didn't pay 35 grand.
I did not pay
for it.
35,000 for it. No, but it was 35,000. I don't know what it is now. Now
Well,
because the new ones,
in the hands of somebody who knows how to use it, it's
How
a
old is it?
Powerful tool.
maybe 7, 8 years old, and it has all of its upgrades as of 2019, which I think was the last upgrade that they did. So I don't think it could be upgraded again, but it could be used as he could have used this to give in to get a new one. Maybe he can still do that. When you say he just purchased it, does he want to give this one back?
We'll find out.
We can figure this all out.
Figure this out. What a day, huh?
It's going to turn out to be a nice day, ladies and
It is a
gentlemen.
nice day.
So kyphosis.
Yeah.
Just bought a brand
With
new
the
one.
kyphosis stuff, right? So I mean, you're taking neck X-rays on low back patients. Doesn't matter, right? Because
Oh,
you're taking your wellness and everything like that.
You have to.
You have seen, like, I'll have people like, I'm not, their low backs are taking forever to fix. And
Yeah.
again, I'm putting them orthotics and everything like that. You fix their neck, you fix their back.
Again, I would lean as far as to saying the majority of low back problems are thoracic problems. So we fix the thoracics in the neck and the low backs get better.
Got it.
Someone who you take an X-ray of them and they're posterior translated, or they're got a sway back.
Yeah.
Or someone who's got an anterior with an L5 spondy. Those are all thoracic problems, right? So we rehab thoracics, we rehab necks, low backs get better. Like
He said rehab, by the way.
Yeah.
He said it out loud.
rehab. That's what we
Yeah.
did. Yeah. That's what it is. But like structural rehab.
I get it.
So what is the number
You-
one cause of a cervical kyphosis?
It could be a million different things. There's no.
Is it
Macro
inherited,
trauma, micro trauma.
or did it never develop?
It could be there's a million. It could be any single thing. But now all of the research and all the neurological stuff, that somatosensory function, like Alzheimer's, dementias, the speed of neurochemical impulses from the brain are all turned down tremendously. Even blood flow, when you take a kyphosis and put a lordotic curve and measure blood flow, the blood flow increases to the brain by over 300%.
Even when you're just on a traction,
Even when you're
creating
just,
a curve,
so
artificial.
And blood flow increasing to the brain has all the obvious benefits.
Right.
But we're quacks.
How
We're
about-
quacks.
how
We're the
about
idiots.
I was just at a cervical spine seminar, and they're taking patients with dementias and Alzheimer's, and which are now like unable to walk or off balances, and then they're rehabbing their lordotic curves, and now they're walking and running again, and their brain functions improving. Like, these are all published now in like orthopedic spine, neuroscience journals. So we're going to CBP seminars, but it's with neurosurgeons, orthopedic surgeons. Like, they're presenting research now, because what we're doing is getting so explosive now. When they're doing spinal surgeries, they're actually bending the rods to put normal lordotic curves in the necks and low backs prior to the surgery, because the rate of recovery and the next surgery,
That seems brilliant.
the
doesn't
next surgery is almost non-existent if you can create stability, because all your stability of your spine is based on the structure.
Yeah.
Right. So while you're restoring function, you can never restore function until you restore structure, because you can grease a door that's out of alignment, but it still won't close until you fix the alignment.
And what determines structure?
What do you mean what determines structure?
So
he's going back to what causes the
in other words, if I were to
kyphosis.
strip away all the muscles, ligaments, and tendons from the spine, all those bones just collapse to the ground. So the curves are not there, and then you layer the muscles on top of it. It's the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, the feedback communication between the nervous system to say this is the proper position to be in. Right.
Well, the bones are designed specifically to be in a large structure. If you ever see the anatomical position of the facets, they're all angled to hold. The L5 bodies are, 10 to 20% larger in the front than they are in the back to create the lordotic curve. So when someone has a herniated disc, that just means they're shifted forward and the disc is pushing out because now the weight distribution is wrong. So you can rehab it, but if you just put the curve back in, you can create stenosis goes away, disc injuries go away. But these are long-term,
just for people who have no idea what we're talking about. When
it got real technical there, didn't it?
No,
sorry.
No,
sorry.
Take it back. Even from a
neurological, you can't take it back. It's already out of the bag.
Meditate.
If we just talk about blood flow, what is the mechanism, right? So the mechanism, if you were, I don't know, Johnny orthopedist listening to this conversation, say, well, what's the mechanism that the position of the bones is going to increase blood flow to the brain? The mechanism is that the information from the environment. So the purpose of your body's interaction in gravity is to send information to your central nervous system, process it, and then have your nervous system control.
What you're trying to say is
what you're trying to say.
Right. No, but if you have that curve restored, those joints, so the higher the joints are to your skull, to your brain, and the more medial, the more midline, the more receptors there are to tell the brain about the world around you. That's why upper cervical chiropractic care is so powerful.
Mechanoreceptive function. Absolutely.
That mechanoreceptive function
awareness
is going to dramatically increase when the positioning of those facets is optimized. Right. So now you have more or better quality of information getting into the brain. The part of the brain that actually accepts that information is the cerebellum, that little part of the brain back
the spaghetti in the back.
Yeah, but that cerebellum has, the Purkinje layer of the cerebellum has more neurons than 50% of the entire central nervous system. It's the most metabolically active part of the brain. The part that actually takes the information from the environment, your posture and your position. That part of the brain goes directly to what makes you human. Right. So we always say the cerebellum is, the way you check it is to look for accuracy of movement.
Posterior columns.
But it's also accuracy of thoughts. It's also, when somebody has a cerebellar problem and they close their eyes and they miss their nose, right? That's an accuracy problem. Their actual thought processes will become inaccurate as well. And they won't perceive the world around them as it is. So when you have loss of all these curves, that's your body not perceiving the environment as it should be perceived. There's a discrepancy between reality. Your perception of reality should be like this.
Feeling real.
And these people, it's like this. And then that goes to mental health. Right? Because if you see the world differently than the reality, that discrepancy causes you to have anxiety about, the world is not as I think it should be. Right. So
this is getting very deep.
It's the
cool.
reality.
Cool
it's amazing. Right?
Why,
I mean, how deep you can dive into this type of
and
thing.
the research behind it is absolutely insane.
Good morning, Shannon.
Morning. So I have people who will do a round of care and then all of a sudden don't need their glasses anymore. I have a lady right now who has restored perfect vision after 70 years. How?
How?
Right.
Yeah, you didn't touch her eyes.
Didn't touch her eyes. Restored her cervical lordotic. She was super hyperkyphotic. She's already had a heart attack because where the nerves to the heart come out in this area. She's already had problems. We restored her posture, got her curve back. She does traction. She does her exercise. She doesn't need glasses anymore.
The single greatest study our profession ever produced was the study out of Chicago. Dr. Bacris, the cardiologist, took the did the research on the big Nuka guy, Dick Holtz.
Dick Holtz.
Yeah, great name. Marshall Dick Holtz commissioned Dr. Bacris, who was the most published at the time, the most published cardiologist in the world. And this came across the thing on CNN that 8 weeks of chiropractic care did better than 2 medications
Yes.
lowering blood pressure.
I remember that.
But the 2 medications were taken on a daily basis. You know, every day you're taking 2 medications for 8 weeks. It was 2 chiropractic adjustments over the 8 weeks
Right.
that did better.
That was more effective with
Yeah.
zero side effects.
Right. But it goes to the upper cervical area. So
That was the whole carotid sinus, the pressure on the carotid sinus. I mean, I remember that study. That was awesome.
And Bacris was quoted because he looked at the data and said to his team, well, this is absolutely impossible. So rerun the numbers. They ran it all again, and nothing changed. So it was absolutely a great study. It's such like how they don't expand on that and dump gazillions of dollars into researching that is beyond me. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, because you don't sell medicine.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You know.
I know.
But that's why you have to be so into your getting away from that. You have to get the message. You just have to get it out there. You have to be so willing to be that person in your community where you get it out,
right,
and remove the obscurity of what they think we are,
right.
And then,
yep. And there's your reality, my reality, but all of it comes down to we're trying to get you to be healthy naturally.
Yeah.
Right. This is my best line is like, even when I'm talking about blood pressure, I'm like, I promise, or cholesterol, I'm like, I promise you do not have a Lipitor deficiency. Right. That's not, oh, you have a headache? Oh, I think it's an Advil deficiency. Like, it's like, I mean, you make the jokes like that,
yeah,
and people kind of get it.
They get it.
They get it. Yeah. It's a little understand. Like, we're not in this position because of a pharmaceutical or pharmacological deficiency or anything like that.
Everybody intellectually gets that.
Right.
Okay.
But when they're suffering, they don't give a shit.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
And I get that. And see, that's where I'm willing to work with that. Right. That's why we have the neurosurgeons here. I'm willing to work with the orthopedists, and I'm willing to work with people. I understand it. We're on this planet for 85 years, and you want to be comfortable. So you got to go take a painkiller, an anti-inflammatory, or a muscle relaxer. I just want you to understand that the reason why you have your condition is not because of a deficiency of those things. We're going to fix those things. You need to be cognizant that you're going to be taking those things, and they're going to mask everything. My best one is like, you ever sprained your ankle before? Orthopedists put you on a painkiller, an anti-inflammatory, and a muscle relaxer, and you do nothing. You just, okay, it doesn't hurt anymore, right? And by the time all those medications are done, your ankle is 3 times the size. It's much more destroyed because you didn't hear what your body was telling you at that point. So if you're not going to hear what your body is telling you, or your body is not able to tell you that information because you're covering it up, you need to be consciously aware that you still have an ankle problem, and you got to fix that ankle problem. So, and I think people get that.
A general rule of thumb is that if you have a symptom that lasts 24 hours and goes away, you don't have to investigate it. Like, just fucking let it go.
Yeah.
Your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
Right. If you have something that lasts longer than that, right? So if you look at any bone bruise, fracture, ligament tear, tendon tear, or even just a sprain of a ligament or a tendon, a strain, what is the amount of time it takes for that to heal? It's 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, bone bruise is the worst.
Oh,
yeah,
bone bruises can take years, man. By the way, you had a bone bruise on an elbow, and you put your arm 15 years later, and it's like it came back yesterday, man.
That's the worst. I fucking hate those.
You're 100% right.
I'd rather
Just
break that
swelling. What is it? In between the periosteum and the right? It's in between the bone and the periosteum. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Steve,
it just builds up that pressure, and son of a bone bruise.
Put him in traction.
So
I don't know.
Yeah,
just increase blood flow.
That 6 to 8 weeks can be sped up by lasers and 10
shockwave, baby. I got in shockwave. Yeah.
Look at that stem cell stuff going on over there.
A little PRP. What are we doing here? This is that curve.
That's me.
Nice.
That's my spine.
Those rods.
Those rods.
This is how it all started. Dr. Chris at 17 years old.
Because my lung was non-functioning.
Can we hold on?
That was my lung was non-functioning.
How old is your phone?
I don't know.
What was your curve? What was the scoliosis?
I had a double harmonic 28 and 40 something.
Yeah.
How do I need
but I was having lung dysfunction, and this is why I'm like so locked in. And they did that, and it really didn't get better.
Is
but
that
then
a new phone?
I got.
Do you have the new charger thing?
This is old phone.
Yeah. Send that to Steve.
But why do you need to plug it in? Oh, you're gonna put it up.
I'm gonna try to put this up on the board. Here, get me on. Let me see if we can do that, guys. Come on, we gotta work on this technology here.
Hold on.
He's gonna send this to you. By the way, the reason why he doesn't have any information on the biotech because our stuff is unread.
Oh, it's
unread.
Asshole.
Hit that. All right, let me see if I can get this on graphics. Oh,
Look at
ladies and
that.
gentlemen, Dr. Pete has come again.
Dude, this is awesome.
How cool is that? That's
Wow,
about
turn it
people.
sideways. Turn it sideways.
I don't. Yeah, turn it sideways. I don't know if that's gonna actually make a difference. Turn their phone sideways.
Hey!
Oh my God.
We're like,
Look at what happened here.
Yeah.
Really? When you say we,
Wait, that was mostly me. I said
Got
turn
it.
it sideways.
got it. got it. Just
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. I love that. That
How
was
old
awesome.
were you when?
17. Look up top. Scroll down here.
17.
There, 17. Dr. Chris at 17 years old. Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
So look at the distance, between the ribs there. So you said your lung was basically not functioning
Yeah,
on one
not
side
working
because
well.
scoliosis was. So one of the things that
But do you want to know the end story of this? Is that
You want me to put the graphic back up?
no,
something here.
no.
No, that's gonna be great.
Is
4.
that- which camera is
Four.
that?
That
Which is 3?
3. No, 3.
Three. So
Three is that
right on it.
And this one?
That's 1. That's his head.
So if I'm talking to Chris, you see me head on there? Is
Yeah,
that the way it works?
that's correct.
Right.
Head on.
Head on.
And you see also
Alright,
the
and
nice
then this
bald
is
spot in
that.
the back of Chris.
This is for-
That's the graphic.
this is
Oh, that's the
fucking
graphic.
awesome.
That's what that means.
That's what graphics.
so
yeah,
cool.
GFX stands for graphics.
Right. So both weight was so based on everything
How cool is
everything that we learned here today.
Yes.
It was my lung function didn't get better until I fixed my neck. That's why
You have bars in your back, so that's not doing anything. So all you could do is fix your neck, and that actually
that was supposed to fix my lung,
Right.
based in the medical world. But after a couple of years, I was still not
So
right.
my
Got it.
buddy Mark Lamantia, he's a neurodiplomat as well. Has a big scoliosis practice, and he is certified in Schroth.
Schroth. That's what Dr. James is.
yeah.
Yeah.
He actually went to Germany and studied under. I'm not sure exactly. It wasn't Schroth herself, but it was. Anyway, he went to their camp, and what he does is he takes a lot of these patients
Breathing.
and he has them breathe out of the one side. He puts an air bladder there.
Correct.
and
That's what. It's
it's
Mhm.
cool shit.
So wait, you're saying scoliosis?
Mhm.
Let's just say you never got those bars. You
Mhm.
just somebody like you
Mhm.
was older than you, so they got you at 17 years old. Would have been able to correct your curve? Would they have been able to do anything with that scoliosis?
And we fix scoliosis all the time, but you see, but now it gets into a bigger, it's again a larger,
So
huge
if you're-
conversation of non-commutative finite rotation angles. Like there's the way we fix those is you have to come up with the scoliosis are an A to P thing, but they're a sagittal problem,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
They're never an A to P problem, right? So you have to take it's called non-commutative properties of finite rotation angles, which means you have to figure out if it's a translation and a rotation and a lateral flexion, or if it's a lateral flexion, a rotation and translation. So you have to put patients in
Stress positions. Yeah.
positions,
Yeah.
X-ray them. One of them is going to straighten the spine perfectly, and then that's the one you traction, and that's how we fix
You have an X-ray unit that you put people in.
mirror image.
Yes, there is. Like
X-rays.
the tables that do that. What is that?
Yeah, well, we just do it like you can look at I take a regular X-ray, look
Mm-hmm.
at their shifts, then we'll come up with there's multiple variations in it. But now that we've been doing it for so long, you can just put them in there and then X-ray it. One of those postures is going to straighten the spine, and then and I have a traction machine that will tip them,
Mirror
pull
image.
them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bend them, and lock them in there, and they get fixed. They straighten out. But you have to know that pattern, but no one's doing those patterns because they've never studied. I have a published paper on scoliosis correction when I was in chiropractic school on non-commutative properties because of
I gotta have Dr. Jam come in and hang
what
out
I
with
did.
you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so this
'Cause
is
you guys would be dangerous. Schroth which has been effective,
So-
and what you're doing, holy cow!
Mark has an imaging machine that takes this 3D,
Mhm.
so that shines the light on
Yep.
the spine and it gives this 3D image. It's pretty fascinating. I can't remember the name of it. I just texted him to find out what it is. But there is a point where somebody develops scoliosis and the vertebral body is just going to be a different height on one side than the other. So there's limitations of matter after a
But
certain
that happens
point.
over time.
Yeah, that's
And
the
Unless you have, of course,
and
a,
that's also
a wedge
genetic-
fracture or something like that.
again,
Yeah.
That's going to be the genetic component, right?
Right.
So, well, yes, if you have a wedge fracture,
hemivertebra,
Hemivertebra, yeah, that way-
things like that.
Yeah, obviously
Right.
these are.
That's why it's important to get the scoliosis as quickly as possible, and then before they start to really develop the height, because when they have the instability and they start to grow,
Right.
they're not going to get taller, they're going to get bendier, right?
Yeah.
And then
That's
you
right.
create that's what's called the piezoelectric compression, and that's why their bones change shape, because of the piezoelectricity of the ions in the bones will start to break down. And then the side with the most
Stress is causing what
it's
it's
like a
in.
tree that grows.
Yeah,
right.
right.
Stress, and it's the same
The
reason why
response to the stress.
yeah, it's the same reason why they tell women with osteoporosis to walk,
Right.
because
Yeah.
the banging of the bones creates more bone.
Right.
When your spine is not properly aligned, you create more bone, and that's what we call degeneration
Arthritis.
and
Yeah,
arthritis.
of course.
When someone says they have arthritis, I already know
So like
they're
anything
out of
else, the
alignment.
earlier you catch it, the better.
Right.
And you can start seeing those changes at 9 years old.
Yeah.
You can start seeing like
Yeah.
7-degree changes. You want to jump on that because, man, people go from 10 degrees
To
Quickly.
35 and
like
nothing.
3
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Like that's
How long? How
quickly
quickly
happens.
how quickly do you start to see changes?
I mean, we get
Right.
someone fairly back to low level stabilities in 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once we get them heading in the right direction, and we hope they catch a growth spurt, because once they catch the growth spurt and their spines are balancing out, they will then just
Self-correct.
grow into
Yeah.
themselves. Like we have right now, I have like 2 or 3 girls right now who are running through it, but I've never yet had to have anyone have surgery, that has been scheduled for it, just because of understanding the mechanisms behind it.
So you get somebody between 20 and 40 degrees right now, which is that huge the bracing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Right. 40 plus is immediately surgery.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. It all depends on what it looks like. Again, it can be anything you say it is, but once we x-ray it and it pins straight or gets 60% better, then we know that's the formula. And then they just live in that formula. It's like anything. Once you find out the proper flow and formula of it, it's...
There he is. That's Dr. Jam right there. That's our Schroth guy right over there. The Terminator coming in over here. You guys need to have a conversation. I don't think you can. I think all he cares about is helping these people, and he thinks that, and he's doing terrific, man. I gotta tell you, he's being Schroth. Not too many people are trained in Schroth around here, so
that's good.
We have a whole section in the back over there for him now with the bars and the mirrors and everything like that. And so, and he really cares. And the funny thing is, I mean, I figured we would just have all children for him.
Yeah.
Nope. He gets more elderly than he does children.
Are you guys doing any bracing?
He doesn't do bracing.
You should do bracing. Kypho bracing.
Yeah.
Kypho bracing.
Kypho bracing. So not these lateral.
Well, they're
Milwaukee
uncomfortable.
braces.
No,
I
those
think
don't work.
the biggest market for scoliosis that is untapped are people over the age of 50.
Yeah.
That have been
Kypho
ignored.
bracing, Scoli bracing. They're called. They're phenomenal. This company
stuff because they
and the
may,
insurance will pay for them.
as 18-year-olds, they didn't have it severe enough to get surgery.
To warrant anything, yeah.
And they get over 50 and they're degenerating fast.
Yes.
Real fast.
Yeah.
This is my best friend.
And
this is my best friend. She has 30. She had like 35 degrees, so she was close but never hit the threshold.
We are bracing that. We're certified in it, but I don't do it. I'd rather just refer to it again. Just one of those things.
Laser focus, buddy.
Is the company we use is not just going to brace you. They mirror image brace you based on the x-rays and the 3D imaging and all that. So they're going to create something that makes your spine perfectly straight. It's not just going to Milwaukee brace your fucking spine.
Just to hold it from going any further.
Right. No, they're gonna actually correct it. The other thing the Kypho braces are phenomenal for is, you get these elderly people who are on the verge of compression fractures and quality of life. And anyone who's got over, like, I think it's a 40-degree increase in their kyphosis has a research 7 to 10 year shorter lifespan. So that's a medical thing. So if you can kypho brace somebody and get them upright and stop the compression fractures, they can kind of wear it just at night. Or
I was about to say, ultimately, you don't want them in there.
Day.
You don't want them in those braces because then you're ultimately getting weaker. You want them to be using those muscles to help support
that you're talking about. These aren't hard braces.
They're a hard brace.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, okay. It's a hard brace. Yeah, it's a hard brace.
How many hours would you say? Like 2 to 4 hours a day? Or
I mean, I think some of their, I mean, in the beginning you start out slow, but you want to get up to 8-10 hours a day.
Wow.
you know, just because you are trying to change ligament, you know,
Plasticity, right? So, and then is this a permanent thing that you're doing, or is this a
No,
okay,
it's a
get it,
permanent
and then you
thing.
have to do work?
No, and then at that age, it's permanent.
Yeah.
'Cause you're trying to stop compression fractures and stuff. So we did some kypho bracing, and it's phenomenal.
Morning, Dave.
You know, I mean, you're increasing blood flow, nerve flow, heart flow,
Mhm.
beating, like all these wonderful things, and you know, so it's pretty cool. I don't
what?
I don't want to do them.
He's a quack. Can you believe it?
I don't do them anymore.
How is it even possible?
No.
I got angry today, man.
Yeah, you did.
I got angry.
Yeah, you did.
It's unbelievable. Look at what just came out of his mouth. Like it, I'm blown away. And I know most of this stuff. I can't even imagine anybody with what you just spouted. And I mean, from scientific to medical to all that kind of stuff. How can just be healthy, man? Just get healthy.
Yeah,
Why can't we do this?
We can.
Let's do it. It starts right here at 3 Guys Coffee. It starts right here. Got to touch more people.
I think,
love touching people.
I think we're touching
Jesus.
on.
Sicko. God, we're gonna have to move the cameras over this way. So you were saying though, we were touching.
I think we're touching on where this podcast is gonna
you think?
can start going. I think we're touching on it. So,
By the way, he planted that seed at about 7:07 this morning, and then there was no way we're getting out of this conversation. Look at him smiling over there. He's like, my evil plan has worked. So it's strange because Kelly's not here yet, and I figured before the end of this podcast she would, right? I mean, she's like Greg; she comes in 3 minutes before her patients these days. That's a good question. We don't have a dog, so I don't know what she's going. He might be closing the pool today. Actually, it's very funny that you said that.
Yeah, he's closing something.
You know what though, Kelly gets pissed off at that guy more than I can imagine. So it's I don't think I have an issue with that. And if I do, okay, okay,
that's fine. That's all good.
Knows, man.
That's so fun.
So I like
All right.
this one. You like this one?
Yeah, man.
Did you like this one?
I like everything.
You hate everything.
I do.
All right, make sure you hit off twice.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
All right, we made it.
Let's see.
Stream.